Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 85 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The Bucs had a woeful 2-9 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
1st down, Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Two minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7 our score. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Winston to throw it this time. And this is going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Meanwhile, Brady's throw there into the hands of Ross. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Let's go up. No, 66. Hey, Alex.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ozzy! Ozzy! We need 3 down!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Rip!
On 2nd and 10, Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Cover!
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing on 1st down, it's Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. On play action, now Brady. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A solid stiff arm. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Stuck for the loss by Devin White. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and so to feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They begin with a run by Fournette. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. A shotgun give to Fournette. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that. When we're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers, all them kind of moving as one, and look at the end result. Big plays.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Jameis to throw it. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Winston. Out route to Hill, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Again, it's Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Again, he's got that man Landry. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rolling to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now Winston. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Mike Edwards picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to step out of bounds up past the 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running left, it's Fournette. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. But 209 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. In motion right is Evans. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To Fournette. And some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints 11. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Fournette. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, an even 90 yards. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Now Leonard Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Hey, Alabama. Hey.
Brady to throw. And finding the tight end Rudolph. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. A handoff, Fournette running left. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one could be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles. But in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brand, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Buccaneers, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny haters could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. God